with him. But there's not really much to say from that performance. If you think about it, we had our chances. We could have easily drawn that game. I mean, there's nothing to really be depressed about. I just think it was really poor defensive errors that led us to we didn't walk away thinking, oh, we got played off the park. We walked away thinking, hold on a second.
You could have easily got a result.
Could have got a result.
Yeah, I mean, it was just the defensive lapses that cost us the game.
Yeah, and we'll put our hands up and say, listen, next game we'll show you how it's done. We'll keep a clean sheet, hopefully. It's just that, and of course, I think training needs to be organised on Thursdays.
How is that coming along? Have you two found anything?
No, not yet, Liban.
No, unfortunately, everything's booked up. Yeah, block booking everywhere.
Might just get the 8-a-side pitch and just do training, not football match. Just get training sessions going. So working on heading, working on passing. Moving.
I think if we can go back to 8-a-side, I think that used to help us out a bit as well.
Yeah.
We definitely need to get the whole team
move it to maybe 90 minutes.
Play a lot longer.
Yeah,
I think so.
It's hard, but we can't. The thing is, we can't book the pitch.
Is there no day during the week?
No. Well, I'll check out again, but there wasn't when I was calling up. But yeah, I mean, looking forward to Ainsley Wood though. A bit of revenge, a bit of
Revenge.
Hunting grounds.
Not revenge. What's the word I'm looking for? A bit of get our game back on track. Get our season back on track. We've had a bit of a patchy period. Loss win. We want to get back onto the win. Ainsley Wood.
Well, there is one positive, is you guys will have me back for the first time in 7 weeks.
You like scoring against Ainsley Wood?
He's always back against Ainsley Wood. That's one.
What's my average to a game?
Against Ainsley Wood?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good average.
It's a lot of pressure to put on yourself.
7 goals in 3 games against them. I think that's,
so what we predicting this week?
Hopefully 2 or 3 goals. I don't want to put any pressure on myself. But minimum.
I think
2.
you've already done that.
Minimum 2. Yeah.
Do you think the gaffer will start you?
Considering my past record against them, I reckon he's got no choice but to start me. Simply because the stats speak for themselves.
What do you think the formation should be against?
I think it should be a 4-4-2.
What would be your ideal starting lineup?
My ideal starting lineup will probably be me and Nikhil up front together.
Let's start from the back.
From the back, okay. Obviously, Bessie in goal.
Well, I don't know about them, I'm joking. Oh yeah.
Centre back will probably be Taha, just shading it. Considering his poor performance last week. But anyway, I'm a strong believer in giving people a second chance, and it will be handed to you against Ainsley Wood.
It will be handed like he's the manager. Go on.
Just don't let us down again. In the centre, you'd probably put Drillon in there with you. And then at left back, I'd put Mash. And then at right back, I'd put Jay. We should welcome back Jay this week.
And if Jay is not back this week?
Jay's not back, then it'll probably be Florian or
Florian.
Yeah, one of the two.
He's basically saying he's dropping you because of the way you treated him on the camera.
No,
go on.
Just ignore that, Arif. And then going up on probably Qazwan or Basil. Okay. And then in the midfield it'll be between Qadir, Samir and Iyad.
No, you've got to tell me who your first choice would be. It's not a final decision.
I'd probably put Samir and Iyad in there, and then push Qadir to the substitute bench this week. And then I'll probably put Simeon on the left, and then me and Nikhil up front.
So you'd go for it.
So the bench, I'd go for it. So the bench would probably be Basil, depending which one starts on the right wing, or Khazwan, and Wassam and Qadir. But yeah, I think that's a team that could probably do the job in the first half, completely dismantle, with all due respect to Ainsley Wood. But yeah, that's what I feel anyway.
I think that's a pretty decent team. I don't know if the manager's going to want to go with a 4-4-2 or a 4-5-1 again.
I think it's about time we went back to 4-4-2 because it works for us, especially when I'm in the team. 4-4-2 seems to suit my style of play. I feel more comfortable as well having a.
That's a very attacking lineup if you think about it.
It's a very attacking lineup.
Samir and Iyad aren't going to track back, are they?
Iyad is a defensive midfielder, and hopefully he's a capable one against Ainsley Wood.
To be honest, I think we should be dominating possession in that game, so we should be comfortable with a 4-4-2.
And Samir can play that attacking midfield role pretty well, I reckon.
What do you think? What's your prediction for this week?
What scoreline wise?
Yeah, 2-0.
Well, I'm guaranteeing 2 goals for myself, so I'm going for 4-0.
You have faith that the defence is going to keep a nice clean sheet?
I think it's time they should.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean,
It's only one week ago.
I mean, if me and Nikhil do our job as strikers and the midfield does their job in supplying and feeding us, then I reckon we should win this game quite easily. But that's also dependent on the way Taha and Co in defence handle some of Ainsley Wood's
I just
attackers.
think, to be honest, I think this week I can't see the pitch being as small as it was at Green City. So
It isn't.
the kicks can't be going that there's going to be a massive, much bigger against Reprieve. To be fair, I mean, he has dealt with them quite well. The aerial balls, everything, we dealt with them, and Bessie dealt with it fine. I think this pitch is really deceitful that we played against Green City on. It was really difficult to play on. I think we didn't have we got to remember we haven't been coached. So what the problem is that it's really hard to get and when Drillon's not heading the ball as good as he usually is, it's pretty difficult. So we're just getting caught out too many times in that games, and we couldn't fix ourselves. And got to give credit to Green City for taking advantage of our weaknesses. At the end of the day, they were just hoofing the ball up in the air. They didn't let our midfield get onto the ball, but when we did get onto the ball and we played direct and we played good football, we scored. I mean, Yam got a little layoff and he shot. Wissam got a nice little ball over the top and chipped it from Samir. A good pass from Samir there. And I think our first goal was a nice little.
We scored 3 goals and we still lost. And we should have, to be honest, if Qazwan put away his chances, we would have had 2 more goals minimum.
Yeah, I mean, the last Qazwan chance was like literally before the whistle blew and it was 5-3.
Yeah, I know, I understand. I'm not blaming him for missing those chances. I'm saying if he had put it in the net, it would have been maybe a different result.
I mean, Qazwan, it is your fault that we lost at the end of the day. Nothing to do with the defence. So you've got to really think about that. No, but seriously, yeah, you're right. If we drew, I think if we went on to 4-4, we would have gone on to win that game. Because Green City, the smiles of 4-3, they weren't smiling. They were happy at 4-1. They were chilling. They were laughing in our faces. But at 4-3, they started to get scared. They started to make mistakes, and we should have taken advantage of that. But I'm looking forward to this Sunday. I think we've got a good chance. We need to be on time. I think last week again we waited for too long. Timing was an issue again. We got there, 10:15, 10 o'clock?
Yeah, only 10 minutes to spare till kick-off.
That really, I think, messed us up big time. I think we didn't get enough time to warm up.
Oh, yeah. It's a good thing you reminded me. There was also a stupid little tiff between Qadir and Taha. What was it over
handbags.
It was over...
It's because I wanted to organise the...
sharing lipstick, was it? Or...
no, that's you and Simeon. This is exactly what happened. I was trying to do the warm-up before the match, and Qadir decided that, after making everyone...
We're not interested in why it happened.
After making everyone late,
how it
happened.
Take over. All you guys need to know is basically...
That's it, I'm not playing.
Taha and Qadir went off on a big, massive...
I think video evidence shows that Qadir acted like a maniac, in fact.
An argument over nothing, really. And it was quite embarrassing because we had 2 guests in the team that day. We had Wissam.
Let me talk. No, I'm talking. Let me talk.
Yeah, we had Wissam and Yaman, and it looked pretty pathetic, if you
It's
guys
not about
behave
that.
like that in front of them.
It's not about that, though. You don't actually understand the situation if you don't.
We're not interested. We're
You
men
can't-
here,
Yeah, but you can't be commenting if you don't understand what happened then.
I do understand what happened.
But Taha, as captain, you should
Okay,
walk
right.
away and
Exactly,
say,
yeah.
I'm not playing.
No, but when you
It's
work,
childish.
no, but when you work all week. So I organise the team to get there on time. I email the other team. I speak to London Football.
And after all that effort, you'd just rather walk away.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I was talking, and then that morning when I tell everyone to meet at 8:30, and we have to wait for a certain someone till 9:30. We actually the whole team. You weren't there, Nikhil. We were waiting till 9:30 till Qadir finished his. All the cars were there. We all waited for him. We got in the car. We got to the pitches. I said, "Everyone come in," and then Qadir decides, you know what? I'm going to take over the warm up. He had no right to do that. But anyway, moving on. Shit happens, But what I'm trying to say is, let the captain and let the manager deal with the warm up. And if you want to be involved in it, then organise the whole thing. Don't just come in right at the last minute and take over. That's all I'm saying. But there was no need to bring up that tiff, Liban, because there's a lot of times when you've.
When I've what? Come on, give us an example. I'm
you've-
interested
When you
now.
cried in the shower when Simeon's rejected you.
Come on,
We've never actually mentioned the time when Simeon was showering.
Can
were
you
just
not come
using
up with anything
binoculars.
better than that? A bit more original, at least.
What about the time when you were crying when you were benched?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You were like, "Oh, why am I benched? I'm amazing." And then everyone's like, "The only thing you can do is hit the ball." And then you're like, "No, I can."
Which is true. I can hit the ball very well.
You can hit the ball very well with your piece.
Is it a big piece?
But anyway,
Straying off the topic here. Enough of my.
this Sunday, I'm feeling good. Um,